What's up guys, today we're going to install the Viva dual dash cam in the 99 Miata. Alright, in order to get to the radio, in order to do my dash cam install, in order to change the shift boot insulator thing, you got to remove the center console. In order to do that, you have 2 screws right there. You have a screw underneath there. You have a screw right here. You have a screw on the other side that looks just like this one there as well. When you're removing this piece, once it's all unscrewed, you gotta pass this through this rubber area itself. Pretty easy. Obviously remove your shift knob. When you're removing it, you're gonna have to disconnect your window switches, and depends, because originally this wasn't actually in when I put it in myself, but there is a fastener right here that you just got to yank out. Window switches, fastener, connected to the hole. Once you have your center console out, in order to remove the radio, you just have to take out these 2 screws and then just pull on it. Now I do have an aftermarket radio, so it's a little easier for me. If you have the OEM radio, might be a little bit different, but pretty easy. So we're gonna go into doing the dash cam. My goal is to mount it right about here, hide the wire all along through here, run it through, run it behind the glove box, run it through here. My other plan, or my actual final plan I guess you can say, is I removed the cigarette adapter from here and I installed the USB, which I'll show you. 10 bucks off Amazon, pretty nice, and that's connected to the radio. But I left all the connections for the cigarette adapter, so I'm going to hook up the dash cam that's going to go up top in the cigarette adapter, and then probably just electrical tape it so that way it's still hooked up. You can get a fuse tap or a fuse hookup. It's a micro USB or USB-C, whatever your dash cam uses, and hook it up to the fuse box, but I still have the cigarette adapter, so might as well just hook it up to that. As mentioned, this is my goal. Oh, hell man, the bugs are crazy today. So this is the plan. This is the cigarette adapter. I unplugged it before when I ran this USB thing right there. This is pretty cool. It's basically like a little USB. It has a long cable, and that's hooked up to the actual radio. Reason why I did this is because rather than having to drill a hole and run the USB cable to connect my phone, I got it here, I can hook it up there. The other thing too is that the chances of me messing up the USB port on the radio is significantly low, since this is hooked up, that's not moving anywhere. I'd rather break this USB than break that USB. This will cost me 10 bucks, that'll cost you like 300. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hook this back up to the cigarette adapter, and I'm going to work on running the wire from here to there. We're going to remove the glove box. In order to do that, just squeeze here and here at the same time and just pull. Let's do that. So that's going to give us a lot of freedom to run the wires. Like, this is the wire I ran for the keyless entry. So again, my plan is to get it here, run it down there, and run it through here. Alright, so I'm going to run the wire from here all the way down into there, to the side, to the glove box. Using a little pry tool. You can get a set of these for like 5-10 bucks, a bunch of them. This one actually came with the dash cam, which is pretty cool. Just going to run it through. Let's see if I can show you the... I don't know if you can see that, but basically just going to pass it through. It might take a little bit because it's going to keep popping out, popping in, but dash cam's going to go here, running it through. To wire in the dash cam, I went a different route. I was kind of just shoving it in here, and that does work, but when it came to actually getting it into the pillar, having this piece out made it like 1,000 times easier. In order to remove it, you got to take out these 2 screws for your top. I took out these. I mean, you probably have visors, or if you have lights, obviously take them out. You remove this plastic cover by kind of just putting a screwdriver here and flicking this cover off, and there's 2 screws there. So again, remove 2 screws, 2 screws, 2 screws, 2 screws, 2 screws, and then you can actually remove this entire plastic piece and then do whatever you want with the wires. Or in my case, I left this kind of dangling, what makes it super easy. But then that also loosens up this pillar and you can shove the wires in. So right now I ran the wire all through there. I didn't use the wire that actually came with the dash cam because it had like some huge like block on it, which is somewhere here, but it had some huge block and I couldn't shove that in there because it was literally wire and then a block that's like this big and this thick, and it wasn't necessary. So I just used this nice micro USB wire that I ran all the way down there, and now it's coming up here. Pretty easy. I'm gonna run it through there, run it behind the radio itself, and we'll take it from there. For the dash cam, I ran the wire through there, then you have a nice big hole. I simply pulled it out through there. Now for my car, I replaced the circuit adapter with a USB. So what I did is I hooked the circuit adapter back. I'm gonna tape off the whole thing. Here's the USB adapter for the camera, and I'm just gonna tuck it all behind. So then you have a seamless, super clean, looks like no wire setup for the dash cam. And it's all just gonna be hidden there. I'll still have my USB for the radio. As you can see, super clean. Cigarette adapter is actually underneath where it says passenger airbag. It's all connected. Ran the wire from the top through the side or down the bottom, whatever you want to say. You can kind of see it right there. I'm gonna see if I can tuck that in more. But honestly, no one's gonna see that. Pass it through the bottom, up through here, and behind the back. All done. Everything is cleaned up. Dash cam's working. We're good. Does everyone need a dash cam? You know what? I say yes. Every single person needs a dash cam. Now, do you need to go through all the trouble wiring it up super pretty? Probably not. But if you want a clean look, then yeah, do it. Rather than having wires draped down, you know, technically cutting off vision, and then that could get you in some trouble. But clean it up, run the wires through. It's good to have a dash cam. Myself, I drive a lot. I don't drive the Miata a lot, but I do drive a lot. And if you drive a lot, you're more likely to get into an accident, whether it's your fault or someone else's fault. There's been times that I'm stopped, someone hits me. There's been times that I'm dead stopped in traffic and someone hits a car behind me and that car hits me. There's been a whole lot of stupid accidents that occur that it's just good to have a dash cam. So, do you need it? Yes, you definitely need a dash cam. With this one, it's pretty cool because it actually records outside and inside, and it does GPS, so it actually gets you your speed. So if you got pulled over and you weren't actually speeding, or you're going 5 over and they try hitting you for 15 or 20, then you got proof. But if you were going like 40, then 40 over, then you don't want proof, right? But regardless, it's good to have a dash cam. It's nice that it records inside and out. Let's say you Uber, you're not Ubering in your Miata, but let's say you are Ubering, it's good to have some type of proof just in case there was an accident or so it was a crazy, you know, ride share experience. You have the proof that it was there. But again, dash cam, I feel like is essential for every driver. Whether you like it or not, if you don't like the look of it, get a smaller one, hide the wires. Hopefully this video helped you if you're installing it on the Miata. I know a lot of Miata drivers like to, you know, rip up the canyons or something like that. So you can have it record. Get a decent one. This one was like 200 bucks, but even like the $30, $20 one is just fine. If you're looking for ones with GPS capabilities built in without having to get like an external GPS adapter, then those are going to cost you more because they're tracking speed, they're tracking your location, everything like that. And that's how I like it, because I want to know you know, what speed I was going during that video, or I want to know everything. So why not? And those are things you can shut off and turn back on. So I like having a dash cam. I recommend it to everyone, especially if you do a lot of driving. Before COVID, I was probably doing like 200 miles a day. Not in the Miata again, but because I have it in my Elantra Sport, I wanted to have it in the Miata too. So if you drive a lot, if you drive a little, it's always good to have a dash cam. No matter what, get one. If you like this video, thumbs it up down below, subscribe, there'll be more videos. My brother actually got an NC, so maybe we're doing some stuff on that and putting it up on the channel. My father bought a Hummer H2, so maybe I'll be doing some stuff like that, putting up on the video. Obviously more videos on my MB and what I've done to it. So like, subscribe. If you like it, thumbs up. If you don't like it, double tap the thumbs down and, you know, show me what's up. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Thanks, guys. Peace.